Hello, Sacred Sexuality Tribe. I'm super stoked today because I have my gorgeous friend Steven Dossou. Am I pronouncing your last name properly?
Steven Dossou, yeah.
Yo, okay. And I'm gonna read you Steven's bio because he is not only gorgeous but also incredibly talented, and he inspired a lot of youth. And I'm just going to read his bio because he has done awful a lot of things for being such a young guy. So Stephen is the founder of Salesforce Catalyst, co-founder of Leadership University, an inspirational speaker and transformational coach, and I can testify to that for sure. Featured on CBS, NBC, Fox, Stephen is the creator of Ignite the Transformation Summit and has impacted thousands of lives on the global scale, nicknamed Action Man. He's viewed by his peers as a charismatic visionary who undoubtedly believes in unleashing the human potential by inspiring people to break their boundaries and redefine their limits. As a living testimony, Stephen has followed his dreams and created a new path by elevating himself from humble beginnings in his country of origin, Togo, West Africa,
Oh,
TOGO,
yeah.
to leadership and impactful roles on a global platform. Welcome, Stephen. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you very much, Amira, for having me. It's such an honor. Appreciate it.
Yes, so today I want to pick Stephen's brain on relationships and ask him juicy questions that most women are afraid to ask. Are you ready to shine?
I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know if I'm ready,
Ah.
but you know what? Bring it on. Bring it on. Okay, just
Okay.
I think it's important that we let your viewers know that we have not prepared this interview. Okay, this
Yes,
is literally
that's
like
true.
I have no clue of the questions that she's gonna ask. So
That's true. That's true.
be
He
with me,
doesn't
or wish
know.
me good luck.
Yes, he doesn't know the questions I'm going to ask. And I did kind of like a call on my Instagram and I got some juicy questions and I just kind of picked up the juiciest ones. And yeah, hopefully we're going to just roll with it and have fun with it and pick this guy's brain about some stuff that women want to know but are afraid to ask. So let's start by the first one. Why do you think relationships fail in the early stages,
Hmm.
Stephen?
Wow. God, like the interview started with the bomb. Well, Amira, here's the thing. So I've done a bit of research, okay, when it comes to this relationship things, because at the point I was very actually interested by this very question that you just asked me, because I read this article that revealed that there are over 50% of American couples that divorce within their first 2 years of marriage. So I wanted to understand what is the psychology and the philosophy behind that. Okay, how did we go from marriages lasting for over 25 to 40 years, like lifetime? 40 years is a generation, right?
Yes,
How
yes,
did we go from there to marriages lasting? Oh, should I say, even if they get to that's if they get to marriages level,
yes,
right?
exactly.
Lasting for just a brief period of time. So here's what I've come to understand.
Hmm.
So first, number one, I think nowadays people don't forgive anymore. Point
Okay.
number one.
Number
Okay,
one.
yeah.
Okay.
We don't forgive anymore. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody is stressed, short tempered.
Hmm.
There is this culture now of, okay, if it doesn't work, next.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Right?
There is an app. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
What's that?
I think lots of fish in the sea or something like that. Like it's a
Okay. I
dating
don't know it.
app. So
Okay.
this is actually also gives a signal that you don't have to do a lot of effort because there are plenty of fish in the sea. It's called plenty of fish in the sea.
Okay.
So exactly this, what you're saying. So you don't have to kind of, tolerate or forgive or things that you've been saying
Mm.
because yeah, there are
Yeah.
so many other options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And number two, okay. Number two, I will say that, you know, I don't want to be sexist when I say this, okay. However, I believe that the man in the couple should have a vision.
Hmm.
Okay. I mean, when you're asking a woman to come with you, okay, and walk a certain path, because that's how it goes, right? I mean, unless you have certain societies where the woman asks the man to join them on the journey, okay? But
Okay.
usually, if you take 9 couples out of 10, is the men that go and ask the woman, hey, look, you want to be in a relationship with me? I'm going towards this direction. I need you to be my partner so we can journey on the road together, right?
Right.
But it turns out that the majority of men nowadays don't have visions anymore. So, guess what? You're not gonna have somebody to follow you if there's no vision. In the absence of vision, people perish, people get lost.
Okay.
So people don't tolerate anymore. People are short-tempered, fused, just like this, they're exploding, and they don't want to put in the work.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
somebody says success takes work. Success is any form, in shape or form, takes work. Okay,
Yes.
whether it's in a relationship,
That's
whether
true.
it's in your business,
Yes.
whether it's in a friendship, it
Yes.
takes work.
People don't apply the same rules. This is what I found interesting, and coming especially from a place like Vancouver, where you
Okay.
have pets more than children, and people really take care of their pets. And they just, the amount of care and love, and it's really inspiring. But they are not willing, and they somehow they don't see human beings as the same, or relationships as the same. And you would like, I remember that going to my neighbor's place, and it's as if I walked into a jungle, because she takes a lot of care of her plants. But I don't know why it's not applicable to relationships and human beings, and why do you take care of your plants and you don't expect them to grow on their own, and to feed themselves, and you don't do the same. Relationships are not self-sustained. You have to take care of them. You have to sow the seeds. You have to nourish them. So it's applicable, the same principle. And yeah, so it's exactly what you're saying.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into the other one.
Yeah.
Ooh. What? Okay, that one. What turns men on in bed? Yay! A juicy one.
Oh man. I mean, you,
Yay!
you you want me to turn on my fellow man, right? You want me to turn on them and let out the secret. But
Please.
well, that's where we are, right? We gotta let our women in on something. Okay?
Yes,
Yeah, they gotta
that's
know something.
true.
That's what
Give
we're
us
here.
some clues,
Okay, all
y'all.
right, cool.
Give us some clues.
Look,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna say this now, but if you ask me later, I'm gonna deny it.
I don't think you can.
I'm gonna
It's on
deny it.
camera.
Okay, all right. Okay, so look, um, man, right, forever want to have that sexy, young, juicy girl.
Okay.
Okay, like forever, ever. And I'm saying this from the perspective that I've tagged with, I mean, by tag, I mean, I've hung around with, some mature men, and I've asked them these kind of questions. And not to say that these mature men were men that were derogative or, ventured in, like immature ways or anything. No, these were very responsible and committed men that were in a relationship. Okay. So, what turned men on in bed is that little bit of sexiness, all right? That little bit of fun, okay? That little bit of enthusiasm, that little bit of, that little spicy thing in the bed, I mean, like, as a woman, you want to be clean, you want to be neat, you want to be smelling good, okay? You want to wear, that little sexy lingerie,
Course.
yeah, put some music on and, do some striptease if you can.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
Girls.
yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta tell the truth, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm saying is that, and look, here's the thing, okay? I understand the question is what turned men on. However, this is not something only that, is in the court of women to do, okay, to keep the relationship going. It
Yeah.
also boils down to men, okay? I mean,
Yes.
I come across a lot of friends of mine that after being married after 2 or 3 years and they let themselves go.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say come, let's go do some push-ups, they're like, no, they
Yeah.
don't want,
Yeah. Yeah.
And then a year later they're complaining that, but my wife is not paying attention to me. So I'm like,
Yes.
dude,
You're not paying attention to yourself.
exactly.
There is one thing I have to say. We are visual too, so we also fall in love with our eyes. So guys, come on. If your wife or your partner likes your hair, don't just go on a spree and shave it off without really consulting with her. Because if she likes your hair, if it turns her on in bed, just don't do such crucial on the without like you have to consider what she likes too, because we are visual and we're turned on by what we see.
Mm.
So you don't do drastic steps without really considering what your partner, might like and might not like. It's not like against your personal freedoms, but it's just, consider that there is somebody else with you in a relationship. You're not in a relationship with yourself. So be considerate. And of course it goes the same way for women. It's not like he will control you, but don't take it that way. But if he likes you as a brunette, don't go all the way platinum blonde without consulting with him, without seeing him.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's nice? Do you think I should go for this change? Do you think, just, like, engage him, like ask for his opinion.
Yeah.
He exists in your
Yeah.
life, and it's
Yeah.
important
Totally.
to consider these
Yeah.
things,
Yeah. Communication.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Communication. I
yes.
think, I mean, I answered the first question from the perspective of, what most men,
Yeah,
want, or that turn them on in
yeah,
bed, like you asked. However, I think it's important that we also underline the fact that every man differ.
sure.
Okay, I mean, especially nowadays there are so many, I mean, sexual denominations. Okay,
Yeah,
so many, right? So I think to every man, okay, they have their particular thing that turn them on, okay, based on the kind of woman that they are with, okay, or the kind of woman they are attracted to,
okay.
right? So I think it's a matter of knowing what turns on your partner as well, okay. But the things that I've just enumerated to you,
Yeah,
those are the secret.
okay.
You can't beat those, all right? You can't beat those,
So
yeah.
actually, there is another question that goes under the same, like, in the same context
Yeah.
about, do men like it when women express themselves in bed, like they are not, like they like noises, moaning, dirty talking, all these kind of stuff? Do men like that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Look,
Yes. Okay.
there was this meme. I don't know if you've ever come across it, but there was this meme where the man and the woman were in bed, and they were making love,
Mm.
and the woman was on her phone.
Ooh,
All
yes, I
right.
came across that
Okay.
one
Okay.
before.
And there's another one where she was reading the book. Okay.
Okay.
And then there's the guy's thinking like, damn, like, with all this I'm doing, and she's not even moving, not even moaning, right?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, you see, when you're in bed, right? It's like another form of communication. All right. So being in bed is simply an extensive expression of affection and love. Just that in this case, it happens more intimately,
Okay.
right? And more physically, more contact based. Okay.
Yes.
So you want to respond,
Mm.
right? Yeah. When and this again, this is not only from only a women's side. Okay,
Sure.
men also have to learn to express themselves too. When the woman performs something, that person is not used to, or he has not
Yes.
seen. Look,
Yes.
come on, speak up, like
Yes.
man, like this is
Yes.
good, this is
Yes.
good, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Help us out here. Yes, help us out. Sometimes we need to hear your moan. Sometimes we need to see if what we're doing, you like what we're doing. And sometimes I also encourage women sometimes to ask, do you like it? Do you like my hand here? Do you like it when I touch you here? If your man is not verbal, maybe you can just kind of help him out a bit,
yeah, yeah,
and also it goes the same. If
yeah.
your woman is shy, just try to ask her, so, like, open her up. Do you
Mm,
like this?
mm.
And from experience, actually, it kind of intensifies the pleasure, because it kind of opens you up, for your body is listening to you. Your body is listening to you. So it opens you up to experiencing more pleasure and being more expressive in bed and enjoying more, and letting go.
Totally, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for us, man. Yeah, I mean, when we're hearing those noises, it's a great motivator.
Yay, right
Yeah, it
on.
is a great motivator. So yeah, you want to be as noisy as possible. Okay, you
Ooh.
want the neighbor to hear.
Did
All
you hear
right.
that? Did you hear that? Okay, so I got this question. It's kind of like about interracial dating.
Okay.
This is someone who said this is from a personal experience, and also from people that I've seen around. A black man might date a woman from other ethnicity and they date interracially. However, he would prefer to be in a stable relationship with a black woman at the end. Do you agree?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
I don't agree. I don't agree. That to me sounds like a stereotype. Okay,
Okay.
because I have seen a lot of, if not have seen, but I know a lot of black men
Hmm.
that are married,
Okay.
okay, to women from other races.
Okay.
Okay, myself,
Hmm.
I've only been in a relationship with one black woman.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
right. I mean, not that I'm that old, but from the relationship that I've been, I've only been in a relationship with one black woman. Okay,
Okay.
now here's what I want to emphasize on that question. Okay, that when we talk about race, okay, the concept of race, it's directly related to the concept of culture as well.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so I had a friend. His name is David.
Mhm.
Okay, so David is born from a Togolese mother.
Mhm.
Okay, and a Jewish father.
Okay.
Okay, so David is mixed race.
Right.
But David grew up in Togo. He was born in Togo. He was fed in Togo. He was bred in Togo till today. He has never ever left Togo.
Okay.
Okay, he's gonna be 30 something years old soon. Okay,
Mhm.
now if you meet David, David is more Togolese than myself.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? David speaks our mother tongue language better than I do. David knows our culture better than I do. David is more African than I am. Okay,
Okay.
and he's a mixed race.
Okay.
All right. Now, if David were to be attracted, okay, with I mean to a woman that he wants to make his life with now, not a woman that he just wants to have fun or have sex with. No. David will be attracted to a woman that they have more similarities in terms of culture.
Hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that they can communicate better, so they can understand each other better, so that the current can flow easily.
Yeah.
All right. So what am I trying to get to? What I'm trying to point out here is this is not about the fact that a black man will always end up with a black woman or a black woman or ends in a black man or whatever the case is, whatever the question turns to be. Okay. But this is more about people choosing a partner that they can understand more.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they can communicate better with based on their cultural backgrounds.
Okay. Okay.
That's
Yeah.
where this comes from. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, if here's the thing. Okay, if we were to apply these to a white couple, for instance,
Mhm.
so should we then say that white men always end up with white women?
No.
You know,
No.
because
Not at all. Not at
exactly,
all.
exactly,
No.
right. So again, it's more a matter of culture. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some exceptions. Okay, like me, for instance, I've been out of my country, right, for almost a decade now.
Hmm.
So you get to learn new things. You become a different person. All right. I mean, if I meet a woman from Togo right now,
Hmm.
it's difficult to hold a conversation
Hmm.
for an hour or two because we're not from the same background anymore,
Right.
right?
Right.
We don't have things in common to talk about anymore, right?
Hmm.
So then there is a disconnection there.
Yeah.
All right. Unlike if I meet a woman from the Western world, or at least that have been exposed to the amount of things I've been exposed to as well in the world,
Yeah.
then we got a point of communication. Then we click. Then we connect. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So that's where my 2 cents are on that
Oh,
question.
nice 2 cents.
Yeah.
Steven,
Yes.
what are the deal breakers for you in a relationship? What are the things that if you if you are in a relationship and it's the beginning of relationship and they happen, you kind of say, okay, this relationship is not for me. I'm not gonna go on with this. I have to end it. So what are the deal breakers for you in a relationship? What are the things that determine that this is not gonna work?
Okay. So you know, I think thou has asked a very intelligent question. All right. Now,
Not
what?
mine though. Not mine.
Now, why am I saying that? I mean, I don't know who asked this question, but the person actually, hit the nail on his head. Like the Americans will say, it took me years, okay, for me to raise my standard when it comes to relationships. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I am naturally, okay, gifted as a coach,
Okay.
okay, to support people, to lift them up, okay, to
Mm-hmm.
guide them, to be there for them, to be their shield, to protect them. All right.
Mm.
Now, when I get into a relationship, I used to get in a relationship with that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the challenge with that is you tend to become somebody or something you are not.
Mm-hmm.
What do I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What I mean by that is in the process of continuously pushing your boundaries, right, so that you can support the other person up, you sink.
Okay. Okay.
All
It's not
right.
a balanced relationship anymore.
Exactly.
It's not balanced.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. All right.
Okay.
Now, so I've come to understand that one of the biggest deal breakers for me in a relationship is insecurity.
Okay.
All right, like maximum insecurity. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Now, can you? I need some explanation on this one.
let me elaborate. Let me
Okay.
elaborate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, by insecurity, I mean, here's the thing. Okay, so there's a very fine line between insecurity and jealousy, but at the same time, we cannot talk about love without talking about jealousy.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but now this insecurity that I'm talking about is my partner feeling or thinking of themselves so little or so
Mm.
less that any little form of action that I take that perhaps to their eyes seem like, okay,
Mm.
I'm making an attempt of going to another woman and then there's a problem.
Hmm.
And that now here's the worst part, okay? Look, a friend of mine used to say that you can say whatever you want to say, but it's how you say it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when that insecurity translates to hysterical behaviors,
Okay.
then I got a problem.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm a firm believer. Like on that particular aspect, I'm old school. In my relationship, I want peace. I want my woman to be my, should I say, my waterfall. Okay, like the source of my waterfall. I am the waterfall. Is she's the source. So when I go out and I make noise, fall there. When I come back to the source and
And
recharge
rest.
and
And
rest
rest.
and
She's
find peace.
home.
Exactly,
She's home.
she's home. You
She's
know,
home.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But
She's home.
if I'm gonna come back to you in a hysterical environment, then I'm
Yes.
not in business with you.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, then we're not a business together,
Makes
right?
sense. It goes both ways, by the way. Uh, but let me put my 2 cents on this one.
Go for it. Make it three.
uh, I think it's also has to do with how you make your woman feel in the relationship. Because if you give her reasons to be insecure about the relationship, then this is what you're gonna get. But
Agreed.
if she's like, if you're not playing games, you're more straightforward. You walk the talk, then women tend to be more secure, more calm. I'm generalizing here. I'm generalizing, but I'm talking best ideal case scenario, and this is where she's going to bloom in the relationship if she's like if you guys have compatible spiritually, emotionally, mentally, like if you have this kind of maturity about the relationship. But if you're playing games, if you're not transparent, if you were just doing these sneaky stuff and ghosting, and then this is what you're gonna get.
Agree. Okay. One of my, my favorite mentors. Okay, and then when I say mentor, not necessarily we don't necessarily have contact. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but it's somebody that I've learned from a lot. Okay,
Okay.
rest in peace. Now his name is Dr. Miles Monroe. Okay, he's written over 65 books, translated in 118 languages. Okay, he was a very good, grounded
What's his name
speaker.
again?
Dr. Miles Monroe.
Miles.
Yeah,
Miles
Miles Monroe.
Monroe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Miles Monroe says something very, very wise and powerful. Miles Monroe says that the entire conception of a woman body, okay, is like an incubator, right?
Yeah.
You give her groceries, she give you a meal. You
Yes.
give her a house, she gives you a home,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
So you give her frustration, she gives you hell.
Yes, she's the
All right?
soil.
Okay.
She's the soil,
Okay.
right? We're the receivers
Yeah,
here.
exactly. The
Yes,
receiver.
the
Okay.
receivers.
Now I get that. Okay, so by this example that I've just illustrated, I'm trying to agree with your point you made. However, because of that very same incubation nature, they tend to keep a lot of things inside.
Okay.
Okay, therefore they drag along with them sometimes some very very strong emotions of the past, of some relationships they've been in, so the triggers, right, become of much shorter fuses. So as a man in a relationship, sometimes you don't know what you did, you don't know what you didn't do, and then boom, like, oh wow, what happened
Well,
now?
that's what working on yourself
Yeah.
becomes handy. That's what cord removal and talk of toxic energy cords become handy. And actually, it goes both ways, because the thing is, women are more. I'm talking polarity here, not gender. Divine feminine, divine masculine, whoever you identify yourself with. But this is where removing and working on yourself and removing the energy cords of toxic relationships come handy. But the thing is, women are more intuitive. That is why.
I agree.
By the way, men are the same. They could be triggered and they could be, but the thing is, men tend to suppress their emotions more. But they could be really also needing a lot of work and a lot of like they need to know themselves intimately before going into a relationship, because things are gonna bubble on the surface one way or another. But yeah, thanks for that.
Okay.
Thanks for that. Okay. How many more do we have? Okay. What are the signs or actions men take if he's serious about a woman?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes. How do we know?
Ah,
How do we know?
look, um,
How do we know if you guys are playing around, or do you
so
mean?
so I had a friend, okay, that once drove for 7 hours to go see his girlfriend for 2 hours and then drove back again to go to work on Monday.
Okay, that's
Okay.
nice. That's nice.
You say that's nice.
That's
Okay, so
nice.
you responded to it, right? So
Yeah.
so what do I mean by that example? A man that is in you usually does not hide it, or it cannot be hidden. All right,
Mm.
like everybody can tell that this man is into you. All right,
Mm.
we are just like that, naturally speaking. Okay, so if you ask me what are the signs that you want to look for,
Mm.
I mean, he's gonna treat you well. Okay, treat you well. I mean, he wants to put a smile on your face every single day.
Wow.
Okay, he wants to lift you up.
Mm.
All right, he wants to be your protector, your
Okay.
provider. All right, and that's the thing. Like, and I say this, very importantly, because there's a tendency of nowadays, okay, of women not wanting men to be a protector anymore. Okay,
Yes.
when you do that, you're taking the manhood from the
Yes.
person. Okay,
Yes.
and you shut it down.
Yes.
Out.
Exactly.
Game
Exactly.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
even if yesterday, even if he does not know how to do it, okay, try to encourage him. Okay, try to feed his ego. Okay, hey, you're doing well. Like how you try to
Give
protect
him
me.
micro challenges. Tell him, please do that for me. Even if you know how to do it, just please, honey, do that for me. Please, babe, can you do this for me? Please, I need you to do that. Even if you know how to do it. But if your man is around, like, why not?
Yeah,
Enjoy it,
yeah,
receive the
yeah,
attention.
yeah.
And I'm a firm believer, and I'm doing something very, very soon about, primordial man, primordial woman. Check it
Okay.
out on my website, maybe in a couple of weeks. It's about the nature, like how to not define nature. If you identify yourself as masculine energy, or as, like, not gender polarity, just enjoy that, be that, don't fight that. Let the man be the hunter, let the man do his thing. Don't try to rob him of these instinctual and natural qualities that he has.
Hundred
And
percent.
yeah,
Hundred
yeah,
percent. Yeah.
yeah, enjoy being a woman.
You
Just be a
know.
woman,
Yes.
enjoy.
Yes. There you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I hear you. Okay, I think we have One more. I think I've done everything. Yes, this one. Do you prefer dating apps or do you prefer meeting people organically?
Mm, I'm old school, right? I
Yeah.
mean, obviously now with Corona, you know, uh, the world is becoming what I call cray with capital K, crazy like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so I mean, they're leaving us no choice now but to go to dating apps. But when it comes to myself,
Yes.
I'm the guy that's gonna walk up to the girl in the mall and talk to her
That's sweet.
right away. Okay,
That's sweet. That's
right
sweet.
away. If I win, good. If I don't, all right, cool, nice.
Nice.
Okay, yeah,
Risks, right? That's also
exactly.
a sign of a man. A man takes risks, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
Yeah,
Way to
so
go. Yeah,
definitely prefer
courage.
organic. Prefer organic.
Organic.
Yeah, yeah.
Organic.
I'm a lion like that.
So, Steven,
Yes.
I'm okay. I'm okay here. I think I've asked all the juicy questions
All
that
right.
the women wanted to ask.
Okay.
And now is your turn if you want to ask me something men want to ask.
Will you marry me? Well, I mean, I think it's not more of a question, okay, but this is more directed to the audience and yourself. Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you very much for having me on this platform. I really appreciate it. I think what you're doing is valuable, is key, is needed, okay, in this very generation that we are in right now. Okay, honestly, I think that relationship coaches, okay, should carry as much value as, I don't know, psychiatrists, psychologists, life coaches. Do you know why? You know why I say that? Because the household, okay, is the nation. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So when we have a balanced family, we have a balanced child. We have a
Yes.
balanced child, we have a balanced society, okay?
Yes.
People that are more grounded,
Yes.
okay? So we reduce the divorce rate, okay? So we don't have single moms raising, child
Child.
that the
Yes.
father is not there, that's no
Or
longer
the
the
opposite too.
exactly
Or the
opposite too,
opposite
exactly,
too. Yeah.
yeah. So here's what I want to say to your viewers, okay? uh First of all, what I want to tell you is that whatever your belief is, okay, whether you believe in relationships or whether you do not, okay, I believe that whoever you are with, whether they are friends or not, try to treat them well. Okay. And try to always make sure that you show them the appreciation that they are in your life because we
Yes.
can't take it for granted.
No, you can't.
You can do it via just a simple thank you note.
Yes.
Okay. It can
That's
be
true.
as simple as dinner. All right. Or something just to show, right? Even it's just thank you, okay,
Yeah.
thank you, right? Just to show that you appreciate them because that goes a long way. And when you build this relationship, it's almost like an investment. It's like a compound interest, So the more you put money into it, the interest build up bit by bit by bit, and then before you know, you're a millionaire. So it's the same investment that is required for us to do in the relationship, whether intimate or not.
So I think we all value the what is it? What is the correct word here? Like the power and the impact of human interaction because we were locked up. Most of us were locked up, and we would only interact like virtually, which is not nourishing or not as nourishing as face-to-face interaction, and
Sure.
we also didn't have a chance for so long to be with our friends. And I think most of us really, even we were used to take this for granted or being busy or ignoring our friends or family or loved ones, how crucial and quintessential this to our mental and emotional health to have friends in your life. And we really should be grateful and count our blessings every time we have friends and people we can connect with because this is priceless. And thank you so much, Stephen, for mentioning that and really highlighting it because it's really invaluable and priceless to have human interactions and people that you value in your life.
Totally.
Yeah.
That is why in my book, Be Transformed, a 10-week journey to your true self, which is basically a 10-week program that I put together after 10 years of struggles, of ups and downs, of how people can break away from their fear, self-doubt, and low self-esteem. In week 8, there's a relationship there, okay, where you get to invite a third party in your own coaching space. and then you get to interact with them, build a relationship with them, because we need that too. So you can get the book, by the way, it's for free.
I will leave all the social handles and
beingtransformednow.com.
the
Yeah.
platforms of Steven in the description box below, so you can just directly interact with him and reach out to him on his website and get access to his books and all the wonderful stuff and the content he created so far.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
So, yes, thank you so much, Steven. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for being here. It
Thank you,
was
Amira.
a pleasure. And yeah, hope that I'm sorry if I didn't, if there is a question that I missed out or if there is a question that I did not ask. And thank you so much for all the people who responded and sent the questions. Stay blessed and namaste.